November is Parent Month, and we here at the GIS would like to say thank you to all the mothers, fathers and surrogates for their continued hard work and time dedicated to our nation's children. They are the future of tomorrow, and it is with your help that they have been and will continue to be successful. Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. We have an interesting show lined up just for you. Stay tuned.
The Island Traffic Authority ITA is advising applicants who are applying for a general driver's license within the Kingston metropolitan region to operate motor vehicles weighing 4,000 kilograms and over. Vehicle testing will now be conducted at the Harborview Way Station. Call or visit the Island Traffic Authority for more information. This has been a message from the Island Traffic Authority.
Being a parent is never easy, especially if it is your first time. If you can relate, you should know that you aren't the only one going through the process. Sometimes we have to learn from each other.
I'm Montego, mother of Liam Barrett.
When I found out I was pregnant, I wasn't at all excited because I was in my final year at university. But I don't believe in abortion, and I decided that even though it's going to be a hard task, I had family and friends, and I had a wonderful support system behind me. So I decided that even though it wasn't my plan for me right now, I just had to do it. Preparation for Liam. I don't know nothing about having a child or raising a child, so not even nursery rhymes I didn't know. I had to do my research, learn nursery rhymes, and while he was in the tummy, when he was more active than he was supposed to be, I just sing those nursery rhymes to him and it would kind of soothe him down. And even now, when he's here, when he's sick or when he's uneasy, I can always sing back those nursery rhymes to him, and he's okay. While pregnant, I went to the beach, and it works now because he loves water and he loves going to the beach. So I did small things to kind of wean him into this life. The transition, it was rough because a lot of persons had high expectations for me. A lot of persons wanted me to finish college before I ventured into, motherhood. But in my opinion, God always knows what he's doing, in my opinion. And it was rough. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of persons who I thought were going to be behind me. Being a mother, it is a task. It is very stressful. Sometimes you honestly feel like you're going crazy, and other times you just want to hold your son and hug him up and tell him how much you love him. Right now, Liam can't talk. I wish I could understand baby language, that's all. Sometimes when he's hurting or when he's in pain, I can't really understand that, so I wish I could, understand baby language. Motherhood is basically giving up yourself for the sake of your son. Because you have to know, you have this whole new individual, you have to teach him how to be a man, you have to teach him right from wrong, you have to nurture him, care for him. Sometimes people say it takes a village to raise a child, but when the village is asleep, it's you as a mother, you're the only one that's there up with him in the nights. Patience. One of the major lessons I've learned since being a mother is patience. It takes a lot of patience to raise a child, and some persons might think that once you become a mother you automatically know everything, but no, you have to understand that, or you have to be open to the fact that you're going to be a student and a teacher at the same time. He's going to learn from me and I'm going to learn from him, and that's how it goes. To be honest, motherhood changed me 100%, because in my opinion, I was on a downward spiral. I was partying, I was drinking, I was doing everything that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And when I found out that I was pregnant, all of that changed, because now, as I said before, you have to be raising and nurturing somebody else. You have to be caring for somebody else. And I didn't want to put my son's life in jeopardy. What am I looking forward to the most as Liam grows older? I'm hoping he would be just like his father, or even my father. That's all I want out of him, because his father is an amazing person and I just want him to follow in that footsteps. I just wish Liam continued to be our saving grace. Last year I lost my brother, and Liam for us has been that glue holding the family together. So I just wish he knows how much we love him and knows how much he means to us. And I wish he continued to grow into this amazing, amazing, amazing baby boy. Yeah. My advice for other expectant mothers is, do not think it is easy. Do not think motherhood is a walk in the park. It is not. You're going to need a lot of support. You're going to need friends. You're going to need your family behind you 100%. And you're going to need the stability of finances. So I just want to ensure that they have a foundation before they even consider getting pregnant, or even if it happens, to just ensure that you take it one step at a time, because it's not a walk in the park.
650 students, $100 million. How are they connected? Through the Hospitality and Tourism Management Program offered at 32 high schools across the island. It's a 2-year program to equip future tourism workers with the requisite skills to meet the demands of the growing global industry. Graduates will be certified by the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute and received an associate degree from a local college. We're building a resilient tourism industry through human capital development.
Conflicts can arise anywhere and, in fact, anytime. So it's best to know how to handle these types of situations, particularly in the workplace.
This sort of conflict is unhealthy for productivity in the workplace. You guys can't continue like this.
And she come in the morning and
I'm
trying to show her, she just acts like idiot.
Alright, so hear what? I have a video from the Dispute Resolution Foundation that I think you guys need to watch. Come with me.
Conflict is at its most fundamental, a disagreement. Workplace conflict has a number of significant impacts. There's a cost to conflict at the workplace. So someone seeing a dispute between two employees or between employees and the employer being played out in public might be inconvenienced by what is happening, but they're unaware of what's the cost. There are all kinds of costs, from personal costs, health costs, reputational costs, to financial costs. So conflict can impact somebody at the workplace. It can impact the production and productivity of the business. If you think of it, any workplace could find that between a supervisor or just between two employees, there could be an unresolved conflict and it affects how they work. So if we have to work in a way that says your work is affecting mine and vice versa, and we're not getting along, then over time what will happen is that we tend not to be very productive because we're not communicating with each other, we're not responding, we're not engaged. So it affects the organization's relationship internally, it affects the dynamics of that, it affects productivity, it affects communication, it affects a number of things. So simple things like management decisions may be impacted by conflict at the workplace.
Mediation is very, very important in order to solve conflicts like these and to ensure that we have productivity.
Conflict resolution is a very broad term used to describe different approaches to try and manage conflict when conflict occurs. So mediation is just one of those processes, a very structured process in which a neutral third party who is trained helps disputing parties to come to a resolution of their dispute. Now, at the workplace, that will be helping them to negotiate. So they may be unable to negotiate by themselves, so they may get somebody who is external to each of them to help them to resolve that dispute, and that person would play the role of a mediator.
So guys, this is where I come in, to sit with you both and to discuss the issue further. But before we get to the meat of the matter, there is just one more point to note.
Now, in order to do that, the mediator has to have some very effective communication skills. So how does the mediator communicate? And communicate in a way that includes both verbal and non-verbal, but at the same time interpreting what is it that the verbal and non-verbal cues that are coming from the parties. What are those cues saying? So the mediator has to be very effective at communication. Now, helping the parties to communicate may be a part of the communication, the larger communication skills of the mediator. However, at a particular point in time, mediator has to help the parties to negotiate. So the mediator has to be au fait with what negotiation is about, how are the parties negotiating, and help them to be able to negotiate in a way that settles the dispute that they have.
Alright, so as you guys can see, conflict, it's nothing new. Today was probably the first for you guys, and it maybe won't be the last. But based on the video that you've just seen, you can now tell the true effect of what conflict can do within the organization. So you see, it's very important for you to practice mediation and proper conflict resolutions. Now, having seen and heard all of that, what really happened today?
Jamaicans, here are the facts about NIDS. You will not go to prison for not having a national ID. You will not be denied access to public health services or your personal doctor. You will not be denied access to education. And we do not want your DNA or your banking information. Just like the national census, you can volunteer information, but you will not be forced to reveal your private business. You will have over 3 years to get the new ID, and it is free. Don't follow rumors. Get the facts at nidsfacts.com.
It's all around us. It influences how we work, learn, live, play, and plan for the future. GIS is the short form of Geographic Information System. It's a computer-based system built to capture, store, manipulate, analyze, manage, and display all kinds of spatial or geographical data.
In geography class in high school, persons were taught that in geography, we're able to locate where features are using coordinates. That's the basis of GIS. Knowing where these features are on the Earth's surface and being able to represent that within a computer-based environment where that is seen visually.
So it's a support tool that we use to provide additional extension to any business process.
And with this GIS technology, the government has been mapping Jamaica's course on the Information Highway. Leading that charge is the Land Information Council of Jamaica, LICJ, a mandate held since 1992.
Jamaica is considered the leading country within the English-speaking Caribbean with regards to GIS. We're able to provide direction, policy development.
In addition to coordinating the implementation of a National Land Information Policy Strategy, the LICJ has also been instrumental in developing a national GIS network. And with the foundation set, the Council is now focused on establishing and implementing a National Spatial Data Infrastructure, NSDI. Through that infrastructure, government will be able to capture, manage, maintain, integrate, discover, and distribute spatial data at all levels of society. The LICJ's mandate is executed through its Secretariat, the National Spatial Data Management Division, NSDMD.
We provide a lot of technical support to all of these various government agencies that actively use GIS to carry out their mandate. We train these persons. Apart from that, we facilitate conducting GIS needs assessments.
Government is currently the largest user of geospatial and related technologies, and that usage runs throughout government. It's seen in the water sector, transport, disaster management, environment management, national security, education, health, and agriculture. But no other area has seen the proliferation of GIS technology than that of land use and development. At the Urban Development Corporation, GIS is used to streamline operations in various departments, including estate management, business development, architecture, and corporate security.
We are on the road now to our 50th anniversary, and we see GIS as being that enabling tool to provide UDC now with not just the way to make better decisions in development, but also improving UDC's image as a modern entity.
The same is true for the National Land Agency's land titling, land valuation, surveys and mapping, and estate management divisions.
A lot of the business processes that exist within the different divisions have GIS tied into it. So for example, there is no way that somebody can, at present, acquire a new certificate of title without some work happening on the GIS end.
The National Works Agency also uses GIS in project planning, land acquisition, and location analysis.
Everything that we do has a spatial component to it, and it's hard to deny that GIS is going to play a role in all of that.
Cost savings, greater efficiency, faster decision making, improved communication, and better record keeping are all derived from the use of GIS. And the private sector also has been getting in on the technology. Increasing GIS nationwide is also a focus for the LICJ and the NSDMD. To facilitate this, the government has signed an enterprise license agreement with the Environmental Research Institute. That agreement has been a game changer.
It has allowed us to be more efficient, in terms of accessing the data and using it to provide more information and to engage also with the public as well.
What it does is open up a whole new world. So there are almost no limits to what we can do with GIS and improving the way we handle our spatial data as a government.
Public awareness has also been heightened with the GIS Day during Geography Awareness in November. That observation has been staged annually since 2003. As we strive to learn more about each other and the world around us, there is no doubt that GIS is the most practical and beneficial tool in this process. As Jack Dangamond, co-founder of the Environmental Systems Research Institute, said, GIS is waking up the world to the power of geography, the science of integration, and has the framework for creating a better future.
Our children are different. All of them require patience, love, understanding, right? That's what we want to remind all adults, that every child is our child, and we must see how we can give them that love, that patience, that understanding, so that they can become their best self.
Far too many families have missed the opportunity to foster because of common myths and misconceptions. I'm sure you don't want to miss out on the chance to change lives.
Have you ever thought about fostering a child but not so sure about how you can do so? Well, today is your lucky day. Get your pen and paper ready as we take you through all you need to know about the foster care program in Jamaica.
So what is foster care all about? Foster care is a process that allows non-biological parents to provide children in state care with a stable environment which contributes to their overall development. How do you become a foster parent? You have to be a responsible adult in good legal standing between the ages of 25 and 65. Must have accommodation that the child can be comfortably housed, gainfully employed or have some source of income, willing to undergo medical examination, must have a police record, meaning you must provide a police record, not that you must have a record, and finally to agree to a home visit and assessments by the children's officers periodically as they supervise the child in placement.
And those are the basic steps you need to take to foster a child. I dare you to make a difference and foster a child who is in need of your helping hand today. For more information on foster parenting, visit any CPFSA office island-wide or call 876-948-284122.
From ska to rocksteady, reggae and dancehall, Jamaica's music continues to impact the world. And this year, the 8th staging of the JIS Heritage Competition celebrates our vibrant and dynamic musical heritage. Students aged 9 to 12 enter the essay competition. Write 500 words on the topic, "How has Jamaican music contributed to the country's growth and development?" Secondary level students enter the poster competition with digital or illustrated pieces. And tertiary level participants, the photo competition is for you. The topic for the poster and photo competition is Jamaica's Music, the stage for growth and development. For additional information on the competition rules and submission requirements, visit the JIS website at jis.gov.jm. Email heritageessay@jis.gov.jm, heritageposter@jis.gov.jm, or heritagephoto@jis.gov.jm, or call 876-926-3590 The deadline has been extended to Sunday, November 4. Prizes and surprises await you in the 2018 Jamaica Information Service Heritage Competition.
The issue of physical exercise in school is something that we will be discussing with our JTA colleagues and teachers, because the challenge is, when we look at the curriculum, as I've been explaining to persons, that we just have to be creative, because physical activity does not necessarily mean you have to have PE as a session or teach physical education. It is having within our school a culture that have physical activities for students and our staff members to do. Now, within the actual delivery of our lessons, how do we engender and promote physical activities, whether inside the classroom or taking our children outside the classroom? Even in terms of our assessment, how we promote play and activities as part of our instruction. So they are not separate, but they are complementary, because There are activities that students can do based on the direction we give them as teachers that can form part of our assessment regime. We have to organize for them to have a lot of physical activities at school and make learning fun. Of course, we can use the concepts of running or walking long distances and the lifting of weights to teach basic concepts about math and science. When we help our children to make the link, therefore, between the theory and the practical and the application, real education would then have taken place. Our classes and our schools are so boring. And the kids, so why do you think they're always want to go on and play computer games and all? They always want to play. Kids like to play. So that's why we're encouraging more for our schools to look at having some of the physical activities at all levels, right up to grade 13 and at the university. Over the past decade, in study after study in animals and people, exercise has been shown to improve the ability to learn and remember, memory. With our young people's preference for computer games and a more sedentary lifestyle, obesity and lethargy have increased among the youth. So, in Jamaica, that is obviously becoming a problem. Exercising physical health is going to transmit to sound mind. Physical fitness, sound mind, learning is going to be far more optimized. And we as teachers and so on, not only are we going to be more energetic, we're going to be less miserable, more tolerant, more loving, and oh, happy we all will be.
Thanks for watching another edition of Jamaica Magazine. Do join us again tomorrow and we'll do this all over again. Send your feedback on today's show to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. You can also follow us on our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and of course Twitter. Download our app on your Apple and Android devices, and you can also visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for more information. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.